How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Sunnier here. We're back. I think this is episode 8. We're here. As I'm sure you can tell by the title, we've got something pretty big planned here. I'm excited. As you can see, I've got it all cleared out. The house is gone. I'm going to get rid of that this episode because it really needs to be. I mean, goodness. It's all pretty much just for the experience. We're going to be doing this, but way bigger and way better. Today, we're going to be building a super smelter. If you're curious about this, I thought that looked pretty cool. I mean, come on. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I thought it was smart, you know. There's some andesite, you know. Come on. But this is where I've been keeping my stuff right now. I've got some of this stuff all set up and prepared. That's what these chests are for, and that's what this is for. I haven't even started yet. But I've got everything all kind of organized finally for once, you know. But we've got some work to do. Okay, to go ahead and get started here, I'm going to dig out a lot of this, actually, I think, just for now. I'm going to go ahead and set this right here. And so any items that go in here go into the hopper, obviously. And so the whole plan is I'm going to have a minecart chest come up here. And I want the hopper to send it off with like at least a stack of items before it rolls down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft up some comparators. I'm gonna need a lot of redstone torches during this, so I'm gonna craft these 8 though, just so I can make the repeaters. So there we go, we've got the comparators. What I need to do first is set up the detector rail that's gonna go there, and I'm gonna set one more there. Oops. I'm going to set one more there to make it lean upward like that, just so that way it will end up coming back down. I also need to put a, you could put a torch here. I'm going to put a redstone block here. I mean, it powers. As long as you can power the rail, it doesn't matter. Honestly, you could just put like a lever below it. It'll work just fine. But just for the sake of the fact that I have enough. Oh, this goes first, and then you break it. There we go. You just want it to be leaning upward like that, and the rest of the rails will just take off that way, so we'll worry about that here in a second. Now we can put the chest down right here, and when the minecart comes up and starts taking stuff, it can still be powered and also be receiving the items, so that should work. Okay, I'm also going to need this fence gate. That's going to go right there, and that's going to allow fence gate's going to go here. That'll prevent the rail to, or the minecart to take off too early. We're also going to need a target block. This is going to go here. If you don't really know what this target block does, the target block, it's a solid block, but it attracts redstone. So if redstone's coming by it, it'll go straight into the solid block, if that makes any sense. I'll be able to kind of show it off here in a second if you need a better explanation. Now we're going to take a barrel, though, and we're going to set this right here. And the purpose of the barrel is it kind of tells you how much or how full you want the minecart to be. So I say I'd want it to be like a third of the way full before it takes off, so I'm going to need 9 stacks of cobblestone. Well, I mean, it could be any block, but I'm going to use cobblestone for obvious reasons. And this is just going to make sure that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. We're going to make sure that when this minecart takes off, it has at least a third of the way full, because there's going to be 32 furnaces. We want it to be able to reach all the furnaces before it comes back. Alright, now we're going to need some comparators. I actually need to craft one more, I think, if I am doing this correctly. We're going to need a comparator right here. This is where the hopper minecart's going to roll up, and we want to see how much is going into it. We're also going to want one comparator there, and if you don't understand how comparators work, they kind of like cancel each other out. So if this comparator right here has a stronger signal than this one won't send a signal out anywhere. So since we have 9 stacks of cobblestone in here, it's a third of the way full. This one's not going to give a signal out until the hopper minecart's a third of the way full. So just so that way when it goes down, it has enough blocks in it that it will be at least decently full. Okay, I'm just gonna place some blocks down just so that way I can, you know, put everything where it needs to be. I'm gonna need some more cobblestone now. I'm gonna need a few blocks down in a couple of spots just to make sure I can place everything where it needs to go. But I think this should work. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this comparator right there, and what that allows for is it kind of sends a signal out in case this chest has anything in it. You can see right there, now it's sending a signal out. So that kind of tells the minecart hopper to take off if it has enough stuff in it, and this tells it that there is stuff in it, if that makes any sense. You know, this will allow for, because it can't leave with this gate closed, so we're going to use this to open the gate. So now we're going to take a repeater and place it right there, and we're going to take a redstone torch and place it right there. And so what this is doing is if there's nothing in this large chest, this will be open, but as soon as there is, it closes until it's unloaded again. So now we've got that set up. Okay, now we're going to take this repeater and we're going to place it right under there, and we're going to take some redstone dust and we're going to place it here and here. And what this is doing is it's also reading into this target block. That's what this is here for. So it's not only going to power the comparator and see, this is what's going to kind of cancel out the minecart with that to prevent it from leaving too early, but it's also going into this target block, which is, you know, allowing the signal to come over to this too, so that way it can read how many items are in the minecart hopper. Okay, we've got everything built and it looks like it's gonna work perfectly. The issue is I'm gonna either have to leave this chest here or move everything up, and if I move it all up, it's gonna look really bad, and so I think I'm just gonna keep the chest down. The whole reason for that is I can't just quickly load everything into it, because otherwise it doesn't allow me to load this up really fast, and you want everything to be in this rather than the other way around. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it down here, and I'm gonna cover this all up because it's all finished. And what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna leave this space right there. Well, I'm gonna want this to be removed so I can come down here. I'm gonna leave this space right here. I'd probably put something here. I want to make it look better than this, but for right now I'll leave it like that. So it should be all good to go. So hypothetically, if I put a ton of blocks in this, what's going to happen is this minecart hopper is going to, if I can push it, which I cannot, let me place one more of these down. If I put this here and it rolls on up, it's not going to go anywhere until it unloads about a third of the way, just like that. It's got almost a third of the blocks that can go into it, which is plenty to unload into all of the furnaces. So we've got everything all set up now for the loading station. This will just be able to just take off, and it'll roll back and forth, I believe, unless here, yeah, it'll roll back and forth unless there's something in it, which is totally fine. So next we need to set up all of the smelting station, which is going to be pretty deep underground, and to prepare for that I need 32 furnaces and a lot of minecart rails. Okay, I think we've got this going low enough, and now we've got to dig out a pretty big area and get this all set up. So the whole plan here is to set up a big old circle of furnaces, or furni or whatever, and smelt them all very quickly, and then have them all come right back up. So right now we're just doing the items we want to smelt, such as this copper. Then we're going to do another one for the fuel, and then we're going to do another one for all the stuff that is finished smelting. So I'm just going to have to dig out a big, like, 10 by 10 area, I believe. And this is interesting. How low am I? 53, and there's this giant pool of lava. That's crazy. That'd be some pretty good fuel. Just saying. So I'm going to go ahead and dig out a big area here, and I will come back in a second. Okay, this should hopefully be pretty big enough. So this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do 8 here. I also got this ender chest, and my inventory was filling, and I just had no idea what to get rid of. But I forgot I can just kind of do this. This is great, man. And now, grab my silk touch pick. Boom. I can unload this all, and now it's thunderstorming? My goodness. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get some of this all set up. We're going to need a lot of hoppers. So these right here are going to be where the first furnaces go. So I'm going to dig some more of this out. Okay, hopefully that's enough hoppers. If I have to come back and make more, I will. But let's go ahead and get all of this started, man. I'm excited to knock this out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the furnaces down. And those are going to go here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we need to put more of them down here. 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I think I'm going to put all the hoppers down for what to do when they finished smelting. And what I want to have happen, hopefully, is a spot to send off all the finished products, so that way we can go ahead and take care of that ahead of time. Okay, so to go ahead and take care of this, I'm going to dig out a little bit of space right over here. So, because I have to send it off into a corner, otherwise the fuel hoppers will get in the way, which is just fine. It does not really matter. Just as long as I have enough space to be able to set up for the delivery area. And so, I guess the first hopper, if I say set one pointing that way, I can stem the rest of the hoppers off of that. Okay, there we go. So now each furnace has a hopper underneath it that needs one. This one's just going to send them this way. I was saving one hopper. I managed to save a singular hopper. So, you know, what can I say? So, the next thing that we're going to do is place all the hoppers down along this way to, this is where all of the items are going to go that we want to have smelted. So, my cart hopper will just roll around this side and dispense everything into these hoppers. We'll get it all going. I'm beginning to think maybe I want some more items to go into the minecart hopper than I had originally planned, just because they kind of dispense it quickly, but it's not a big deal. The other thing I want to do is, I thought about this earlier ahead of time, is I need to send the hopper out a little bit more than this. Specifically, I think 2 blocks this way, because I need to be able to place a block right here, and then I can send the minecarts this way, or the rails, I mean, this way. So I'm gonna just break all this ahead of time, get it all set up now rather than later. You know, we're being smart. So the whole reason for that is because rather than trying to send it right back on, I'm going to bounce it off and send it around twice, basically, which should work just fine. But we're going to have it roll on in right here. So I can put this rail here and the powder rail there and there. And then we can also put one here, and it'll just bounce off. It won't cause any problems at all. Although I can't turn one of these, which is just fine. You can put regular one there. I just need to be able to power those both, which should hopefully work. It does not work that way. Oh well, no biggie. I also need to make sure I don't power the hopper at all. So I'm going to place a block here, And one of those not there, but hang on. Oh well, I guess that means I'm just going to have to put this one here instead, which should not cause any problems at all. So now I need to put that there. I need to put a block here and a lever here, and that'll power those, and we should be all good. In fact, I can just put a lever here instead and get rid of that, and that should work just fine. And we can light this place on up, and I can send some rails across here. They don't all need to be powered, although I kind of just want to make them all powered, specifically just because it will go really fast and I don't really want it to slow down. Otherwise the amount of blocks in each furnace will be uneven, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, there we go. We should have these all set up. It'll just bounce off and keep going, and we should be good with this one. Now, I'm just now realizing that... Oh, wait, no, this will work fine. Never mind. But now, we have to set up all of the fuel. And this is... Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to have a tough issue with this one. Although, I could try and just use extra hoppers here. And it should hopefully be okay. But I'm just going to go ahead and dig out all the way around here. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to place hoppers against all of these here. Let me clear out my inventory a little bit, though, real fast. We're getting all the cobblestone back that we tried to use, but whatever. No biggie. And now, I can just put regular blocks here. That's not a problem. We go hoppers all the way on each side of this. And this is for the fuel. If you put a hopper in the side, it goes in the fuel, as opposed to a hopper on top, it goes into the, you know, other spot. And now we just go ahead like this. And then we got to power all of these, just like the other ones that we did. Not a problem. And there we go. Now we got minecarts all set up on this end. And that should hopefully be good. And now, what we just need to do is send another track up for the fuel. And the fuel chest I have not made yet, so I gotta pick a spot to do that. Okay, there we go. So, I'm gonna have a minecart hopper down here, or chest I mean. The minecart chest is gonna roll by, pick it up, roll on up here. Not broken this way, actually. It's just gonna roll. Oh, I had it, like, that. That's why. And it's just gonna roll on up this way, keep on going, and it's gonna come up here, and roll over these two hoppers, drop some items off, and take back off again. Maybe I should use a minecart hopper anyway, but just as a little test, I'm gonna roll it down, and hopefully see it come right back up. In a second now. Any second now. That's not good. Did it get stuck? It can't bounce off of it, can it? That's okay, though. That's not a big deal, because that is easily fixable. Which means what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put it like this. I can take a chest, throw it right there. Oops. Right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and send this underneath like that, and I can put a lever right there or a redstone torch, and yeah, that'll power both of them. So now hopefully it'll bounce off, come back up. Okay, now I need to build this exact same thing right here as well. This is gonna be annoying, but whatever, no big deal, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do that off camera, and I'll show it off in a second. Okay, I think it might be all set up finally. Oh, but we've got... I built it backwards. Just because, I mean, I'm going to be accessing it from up there anyway, and I have the space to do it. So, I think this is good. I literally just kind of tried to build it again, and then something was wrong, and I just decided I was going to just try and copy it. So, I think, just to test it, I'm going to go ahead and send it down once and see if it does indeed come back up. We'll see. Hopefully it does. And if it does, then we'll go down there and watch it as well. This is longer than the other one. Although, it should have hopefully made progress by now. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's an easy fix. Okay, I wish there was an easier way to activate some of these, but at the moment there isn't, and that's okay. So, I've got all of those there, and now I also need fuel. Oh, which means I can take all this stuff out now. I can remove all of this, which is cool. So, whatever charcoal I've got, I'm going to steal. And I'm going to probably end up making more charcoal. At some point, I'm going to really need to make a source of fuel, which I think might be... I think I might do kelp. I think kelp would be a good idea. But you can kind of see it's just taking a whole bunch and then it's all going to take off. Because the reason I want to do it like that is because it distributes a certain amount at a time. And I really don't want it to be, you know, just distributing it all into the first chest, the first furnace, and not all of them. So hopefully we'll get some stuff coming in here any second now. Because if not, then we're going to have a problem. We're going to have to wait and see when this one comes back up. I'm kind of nervous. Because if this doesn't work, then I'm going to have to try and figure out why it didn't. This is a great sign. This is a very great sign. Look at that. This is awesome, man. They're all being used. These ones will still have stuff because that's all like that was like the 30 that was left. I understood that was gonna happen. Oh, okay. So why does this not? What is powering that block? That should not be. Is it the lever? Ah! What is this powering? What is that thing even powering? That's not good. That's not supposed to... there shouldn't be a reason that it is being powered and I have no idea why. Huh. We'll see. If it stops working, then I know where the problem is, and if it keeps working, then I know I solved the problem. My question is, why would that lever have been there? Maybe it had to do with this. And now that I've powered it like from up here instead, maybe. But I think it's working. And so now the question is, what do I smelt? I think I'm going to go get like a lot of wood. The logs, I mean. And I'm going to smelt the logs. And what that'll allow... How's this? Ooh. If I get the logs, it'll allow me to... And also, I've got so much coal, so it'd be totally okay to use some of the coal, too. The only, I mean, I'd say negative, but it's not such a big negative thing, is the fact that I can't get the XP from the furnaces anymore, but I'm not too worried about it. Just because, you know, how much I get from other places anyway. And now I can put all this away. Oh, and I've got more charcoal to put in there, which is cool. Okay, I think we're all good, and so now I can turn those off. Does this have anything in it? It does not. The question is, does this have anything in it? So this is the fuel. So it, oh my gosh, did it already distribute that all equally? The equally is the question. This is the one that had the long... Oh my goodness. There we go. It's got nothing left. That one's got stuff to drop still. Okay, that's fine. And I don't care if that one takes a while. Maybe I'll update it in the future. But that's the one that brings all the finished stuff back. And I think I'd be okay if I just left it this way. If I don't like it, I'll change it. Not a problem. Okay. I think it's all finished off, which means now maybe I should... Oh, this is going to be annoying. Okay, I got it. Phew. Maybe I should try, like, and bulk it. Just go for it, man. Okay, I think I might make a small change in which I just, like, rotate this 180 degrees and move this over one, so that way the you know, hopper minecart's under this a little bit longer, and it'll pick up more. I mean, it's working great. It's just, it's all done already. Everything I've put in here, I mean, outside of this stuff, is done. And so I'm like, the only thing left to worry about is trying to drop it all off. So I might mess with that off camera, but outside of that, I think this is all finished. So if there are any problems, I'll make some changes off camera, but I think we should be good. Man, this is awesome. This is crazy. This is the biggest version of this I've ever built. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, you got to use that design. That was fully from me, 100%. Well, I guess I definitely borrowed from that for the redstone. But outside of that, the whole idea from it, I thought that was an amazing idea. It's going to be so helpful. I'm so glad I have it. So thanks again so much for watching. If you made it this far, leave a comment Ferni. As in furnace plural, as in just Ferni. Maybe use it in a sentence. That'll be fun. But, again, thanks so much for watching. I got some plans for the next episode. And, well, off camera, hopefully I'll get to netherite armor. Because I've got the netherite ingots to do it. I got to make some better armor, man. I got to make a lot of better armor. But, again, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And, yeah. See you guys in the next one. Bye.